Whips a no-look pass underneath to Fadiga, and he lays it in. Boy, what a pass.
After 43 years.
Potter had 6, Shannon had 8.
A career that spans 6 decades.
It's been all Beckley. Woodrow Wilson 45, St. Albans 28.
Bill O'Brien, who has called over 1,000 Beckley basketball and 2,000 football, hoops, and baseball games combined, is putting down the mic to spend more time with his growing family.
Woodrow up big, 32-18. I'm getting to that age where I'm saying, hey, it's time to let somebody else take over, and I'll still be a fan and I'll still keep up with the Flying Eagles. When you get grandkids, and we've got our first grandson coming next week, it's time to start getting ready to change diapers again.
With the exception of a 2-year Marshall stretch, one that saw him call the first game at the current Madison Square Garden, O'Brien has made his native Beckley home, with the convention center serving as his church and the radio airwaves playing the role of his pulpit, helping devoted Flying Eagle fans throughout southern West Virginia follow their favorite school.
Woodrow with 2 minutes to play. There have been so many wonderful players through here and the great coaches. You know, Dave Barksdale and Ron Kidd have taught me a lot of basketball and a lot about life. And you know, it's just wonderful to be associated with such quality people.
For 22 years, current WJLS sports director Maris Lowry has sat alongside O'Brien and credits the voice of the Eagles with getting him started in the business.
I've been fortunate to be a part of something very, very special, and Bill O'Brien's helped make that special, and it's been a really good team to follow, and Bill and I have been able to gel and stay together for a long time, and Bill has shown me so much about the business, and I think I really do owe everything to Bill that I've been able to accomplish.
From coaches to former players and even administrators, O'Brien has touched numerous lives.
I remember it's about 30-some years ago when he made his wife do my first interview. I can't forget that. You know, he said we were the same height, so he wanted her to do the interview with me.
We've had some tough losses before, and Bill's just such a class act. He's so positive about our kids, and he's so uplifting as a coach. After a hard loss or something, he could always say the right thing, just make you feel good about yourself.
That's the end of the ball game. Stay with us. We'll have the stats and we'll have our post-game guest. But first, for the final time, let me give you the final score. Woodrow Wilson 71, St. Albans 52. Flying Eagle basketball of the Big Dog is brought to you by our friends at Sunlink.
Sounds of stock car racing have reverberated off every corner of the nation.
It's really a special honor.
Multiple series champions, a historic broadcaster, and an owner make up quite a fantastic 5. Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, and the 2nd annual Hall of Fame class. First up, we have Bobby Allison, who's experienced the high of 84 Cup wins, not to mention the low of losing his son to a trackside crash. But for the famed leader of the Alabama gang, Allison chooses to remember how he got his start in stock car racing.
To get permission to race when I was 17 years old, I had to have a written deal from my mom. And when I went and asked her, she said, oh, no, I want you to go to college and be a doctor or something. I said, Mom, this is going to get good. And she gave me that permission, which she thought was for a week, and I thought was for 100 years.
Turned out to be a pretty good decision for the Allison family. There are plenty of famous families in NASCAR, none perhaps any bigger than Petty. Son Richard, inducted last year, now is joined, of course, after his passing, by Father Lee, the first 3-time series champion, who is inducted by his other son Maurice, an architect and engineer who himself hopes to join the other 2 in the Hall someday.
I came along when my dad come along when Richard come along, helped them both get in here, and it means a lot to me. I mean, maybe someday it'll be my turn, and we'll have all 3 of us in there.
Rounding out NASCAR's 2nd inaugural class are Ned Jarrett, 2-time Cup champion and Hall of Fame broadcaster, owner Bud Moore, most famous for his driver Dale Earnhardt Sr., and the Silver Fox David Pearson. For today's stars of the sport, it's nice to come out and pay homage to the history.
And it's just great to see the stars of our past recognized for the work that they've done, no matter if you were part of NASCAR sanctioning body or as a driver or as an owner.
It's neat to get to know them and talk to them and kind of hear some of their war stories. And, you know, they're always, willing to give you advice on what's going on. You can ask them any questions. They're, a lot of them are like a grandfather for me, so it's really cool.
With over 350 career victories, 11 series championships, it's easy to see why these 5 have moved up to the top of their class. Welcome to day 3 here at the Old White TPC, and the mantra from the star of the afternoon is family first. Phil Mickelson, he loves what the Greenbrier Resort has to offer. The kids had a great day yesterday doing all the things here at Greenbrier, bungee swinging, laser tag, pools, and it's really a special place. My daughters are excited about the falconry. I don't know where in the world you can do that, and we're going to do some whitewater rafting too. It just really is a fun place, so the golf is a bonus. Gallery sure were excited to watch fan favorite Phil Mickelson, gathering by the thousands to follow Lefty at today's Pro-Am. And the world's 6th-ranked golfer did not disappoint, even giving his playing partners and owner Jim Justice some pointers. I've heard so many great things about what a nice man and all that he's done for the community here, and it's an honor for me to be able to play with him. Justice more than holds his own with Lefty early on. In fact, he nearly birdies number 2, a result a famous friend is hardly surprised with, as he even confesses his love for the game of golf.
I've always said that I wish I could have played this game when I was a young kid, because it is a solitary game, and I'm kind of a solitary person, as was basketball for me when I first started, because not many people played it. Mickelson, his game of choice to play, of course, is golf, and he is definitely looking forward to tomorrow's opening round with Appleby and Watson. I love playing with Tom. I met him when I first came out on tour over 20 years ago, and did an outing for one of his charities in Kansas City. We've had a good relationship since. Not too many guys have shot 59, and then to do in the final round, that's pretty cool. So to have him back here, I'll probably watch a little bit how he plays this course. Mickelson, a 39-time winner on tour, is ready for his opening round with Watson and Appleby. Reporting here from day 3 of the Greenbrier Classic at the Old White TPC, I'm Dan Toth, Newswatch Sports.